Good morning, YouTube. It's been a while since I've given a weekly update. I think 3 weeks, but I'll have to check. As you can see, the chickens are not afraid of the camera. They're just afraid of the drum. What have we done? We've put in garden 2, fenced it, gated it, planted it, mulched it, watered it. Currently, and garden 1 is done, except I need a little bit more cardboard to finish the lower path. It's been weeded, partially harvested, so we're doing okay there. It's a balmy day today. I think the high is going to be 65 degrees. It was 80 at Memorial Day, but it's decided to come back down into normal spring temperatures. Today I'm going to work on my sunflower seed patch. I'm also going to do an experiment and plant the excess oat seeds that I have in this area. It doesn't have the same kind of structured fence like garden 2 over here or garden 1 over here. I'm going to try putting 4 wires of electric fence around it in a pattern that's supposed to confuse the deer and make it so it won't eat it. And considering the sunflower seeds are just for the chickens and the oats are a bonus, I feel pretty safe with this experiment. Here we are at garden 2. Show you the fence completed in a minute. Each row has corn, and then interspersed in between it, right there, there's zucchini, acorn squash, watermelons, pumpkins. This row has none of that. It's just all corn. A purple Italian zucchini, and that last one's watermelon. And down here at the bottom, from that stake over to here, is millet to feed yon chickens. And where there is pine needles is hulless oats. The hulless oats need the pine needles or some kind of mulch because they're very thirsty. And everything else in this bed is also very thirsty, so it works out. The cardboard layer that I put underneath, I'm trying to undo the gate while I'm talking to you. The cardboard layer underneath the gate actually makes it so that when the water goes into the cow manure, it flows out underneath onto the cardboard and then runs down the hill towards the oats. I'm sure now that I've put in all of these wood chips that you can see in the background, that the water will be retained more. Then we got my super trick gate here. You can see it. It's all like Picasso, man. I just went wherever I wanted to go with it. And you can see it hinges out and back. Every gate now has to fit a tractor. And this one does. I'll be back in a sec. In between garden 1, garden 2, and how I started the segment this morning, I've now planted, let's see, where's the finger? There it goes. Over here, I planted more millet. Here, I planted more oats, because I want to do the experiment with the other fence, and I happen to know that deer, which I have a family of 3 on the property that wander through here every night. I want to see if they can resist my new beds of oats and millet with the less than prison-like cage that I'm going to put on it. Everywhere else in this bed, in the lines that you can see going, oh, this is hard, this way and that way, it's about, I don't know, 300 black oil sunflower seeds. My daughter said if I make a black oil sunflower seed bed, that she would come and take pictures in it. Let's go check the chickens. I moved the chickens here yesterday under this pair of pine trees. It's actually a pair. There's one there, and then right behind it is another one. Actually, the second one is broken. You can see the chickshaw is parked right underneath the tree. The chickens, they're getting so big. I actually lost one last week. He just passed on. We figured it's a heart attack. It coincided with a really big truck going by. I don't know if that's what made him nervous or if it was just his time. But what I have noticed is with the chickens underneath this tree, mostly in the shade, they are very much more active in the afternoon than they were when I had them in only half shade. I moved them to here from between those two trees right there. And that was quite the move because I did it during the day when they weren't in the chickshaw. I let them free, they immediately run over here to this cherry tree. And then they decided that when I went to herd them that they didn't want to go. Let's go check the main garden. Here we are in the main garden. These two trees, here and over there, they're not doing so good. I don't know if they're gonna make it. I'm pretty sure they won't, but if they happen to make a fruit so I can tell what they are, that would be awesome. This shrub right here, if you've never seen it before, is asparagus. And that's what you're supposed to do with asparagus after you've harvested it, but we found it late, so we just let it go to energy mode. You let it grow up here, it looks all ferny and seedy, and it gains energy. Next year we will be harvesting that asparagus. But the funny thing is over here, this is an asparagus, and this is an asparagus. Everything that I've read says that starting asparagus from seed, very, very difficult. Apparently Mother Nature does not have a problem starting asparagus from seed because she did it all by themselves. Here we got our strawberries, they're doing great. You can see a couple of strawberries on there. We're trying to pick off the blossoms, but who can resist a strawberry? The cilantro is doing great. The Armenian cucumbers are up. There, right there, right there. Pardon the weeds. We just got all this bark put in. You can see the pile. I ran out of cardboard, so over there at the end, I'm not finishing because I can't cover it with cardboard. So down here, we have some more Armenian cucumbers right along here. Kristen did a great job with those. Our spinach is begging to be harvested. Our cabbage was free, so it's just cabbage. In here, I planted marigolds and cornflower and chives, and yeah, that's not going so well. Here is beet / weedville, 3 different versions of beets. We have harvested quite a few of our radishes. I need to plant some more. They're 15-day radishes. You can see this one right here. Oh yeah. I love me some radishes. And now I'm basically out of them. And here's my carrots. 2 different kinds, purple and yellow. Our transplants that we put that day in the life video up for are all doing great. They're competing nicely with the weeds. We believe it or not, we weeded this yesterday. We just didn't finish it. And then the next bed over, the wheat is doing great. I just remind everybody, mixed in the compost from the deep bedding method with the chickens, with the chicks, and it is growing like it has a nitrogen fix, because it does. My black beans and edamame popped up. I'd say we're at about 96, 97% germination rate. So that's awesome. Look forward to all those suddenly being done. Inside the house, we have a pressure canner now. We've been playing with it for the vast harvest that will come. Now, I don't know if you could actually pick out the tomatoes and stuff in there, but this is the second bed, and it is affected by these trees, I think, because every plant here is half the size of those plants over there. I was about to sign off, but my lovely assistant came out and she made sourdough English muffins today from scratch. Doesn't that look awesome? That's awesome. I'm going to end the video and eat it now. Bye.